Hello, how are you doing today? How are you feeling? Are you tapping in and checking in during this EFAB practice, which was taught by Dr. Robert J. Gilbert? Is essentially to be aware of your thoughts and emotions and sensations, feelings in your body before engaging in a practice, whether it be even just stepping in here and listening to this transmission or what comes through me, how it may activate you and your energy in your body before doing breath work, before doing energy practices, to just tap into what's going on. And this is a great way for you to see a shift or results to compare by before and after and say, oh, notice in your body or your thoughts or your mood or feeling afterwards if you feel some kind of energetic shift. And the question I have for you today is, how are you listening to your body? And secondly, can you tell yourself a different story? I'm getting a lot of people in the energy of over something at the moment. And this is the shedding, the purging, the South Node in Virgo at the moment, the purging of perfectionism and all of the practicalities and the details and the being bogged down so much when Piscean energy in the North Node is more lightness. It's enlightenment. It's being light about situations. It's not having to be so banal about things, to be so pedantic, but to be light about things and to feel the communication from your body and what your body is giving you as nudges. And these two cards that come out to share. The first is the Spirit Fox, which is to trust your talents in changing times. And I was discussing this with a client yesterday and how she felt she'd been under the impression that she had to learn more and study more, inquire more, read more books, get more qualifications, when the realization was coming to her in our session on how she already is and has everything within her. Her magic is already within her, as it is within you, that you already have all the talents and the skills and everything that you require to navigate any changes or transitions or experiences in your reality. That you can trust yourself to always respond as is perfectly designed and to embrace everything as a learning curve. As I was speaking to her, that she'd had a conversation with something that was related to work and felt that she was stuck for words and didn't know what to say, and then was ruminating and overthinking that later on, and how to handle it and what she could have done or should have done, or this is going to sound the inner critic might feel quite loud at this time. Be very gentle with yourself. Observe what's going on there. Use that practice in observing the thoughts if you're being kind and gentle and loving of yourself. So I was sharing with her anyway how this pause where she felt stuck for words was actually her energy processing. So when there's a delay or pause, it can be something's coming through. Your mind may think that since it's not immediately responding, that nothing is there or something is wrong, when your energy body may be processing subtle signals, downloads, intuitive hits of information, so that when you do speak, what comes out isn't far more succinct or it delivers a channeled message for the other person. To be open to the psychic senses expanding at this time when we're in a lot of Piscean energy. You may find that you require more time, we say that time is an illusion, but a processing of information coming in and information in your body as your body is upgrading. The Schumann resonance has been off the charts. I'm not looking to instill the energy of fear into anything or anyone, but there's an integration process of this solar flare activity, that energy coming in, and allowing yourself to be gentle with yourself in how your body is upgrading, your cellular DNA is changing, but you always have exactly what you need. Coming back to that client, I'd shared with her also that in that pause, space was given to the other person to integrate and digest what had just been delivered. Now, when we're in conversation with people and one person is speaking and they say their last word and the other person starts speaking immediately, the person who is speaking may still be in their head or in their energy about what they just expressed. They may not be fully digesting what you're saying, or they may downplay what they've said because they get too overly concerned with what you're saying or how you're responding. So sometimes this gentle pause in between the speaker speaking and the listener responding can provide space to digest things, space to process, space to respond in a more powerful way that creates a better goal. It creates achievement of the goal, whether it's more harmony, it's resolution, it's reconciliation, it's repair, it's finding the solution, it is connection, it's intimacy, it's care, it's attention. That it serves conversation better sometimes when it's not so fast, but space is given. So to trust your talents, as that resonates for you in you receiving more information during this time, in this very potent Piscean energy, and to trust that. The other card there is it's the moon card coming up to this full moon in Virgo. Again, take note of intuitive messages that are coming in, and specifically through your body and what your body is saying to you. I've had a few people reach out saying they're interested in Reiki and attunements, but they're feeling a little bit afraid. And then in my curiosity, and I never push anything on anybody, absolutely not. You're very, empowered to make your own choices. But I get curious because I like to take that apart and unpack it and say, where's it coming from? The origin of that. If it's from an old story, an old narrative, and now you can tell yourself a new story, even if you don't move forward. But just looking at the beliefs that may be limitations that are holding you back somehow, are making you play small and preventing you from making that leap that I was discussing yesterday and taking the bold action step into something new. And breaking out of limitation was another note that I'd taken down in meditative practice to share on this. So being the observer of your thoughts in where you may still be operating in limitation or fear rather than following the Piscean energy of curiosity and adventure and openness and expansiveness and bravely going into the unknown to tell yourself a new story of what if this is the best step for me? What if this is unlocking more magic? What if this is my calling? What if this brings me greater expansion and excitement? And to get into the energy of what it is you're truly feeling in your body, what thoughts are going on. Is that aligning? Is it congruent? Because it may be that you think you're afraid, but your body actually has not anxiety, but some excitement. There can be a subtle difference between that when we're feeling a little bit of anxiety or we're actually feeling excitement. And there's a fear there because the egoic energy in us is holding us back or in resistance or in conflict with us in how we're moving forward. So we're shedding and purging, releasing all that overthinking, overworking, overextending, overgiving, and looking to have greater ease, things to be effortless, to be in more receiving mode, the receivership, to have it be easier, and to feel that there's more reciprocity, that as you give, you receive, not necessarily from the same source, the same person, but to know that as you give, you receive, and to feel that you are replenished and your cup is filled up, that you're not taking yourself to a point of exhaustion or not prioritizing your own self-care. So while the South Node is in Virgo, it is highlighting your self-care practices and your honoring of your own body. So beyond the communication with the body as a living organism that is speaking to you always, that holds so much memory of past lives, so much in your cellular DNA, and blockages and things from where thought forms or programming have created limitation. That's all within your energy body. But a way to care for that and to help energy flow is to prioritize your mind, body, soul practices. Have you felt guided to do more exercise lately, to honor your temple, to hydrate more? So important during these solar flares, that energy coming through the Schumann resonance, what I was mentioning before, to drink a lot more water, to ground yourself, put your feet down in the ground, to care for your body. That's a service to everything, so you allow yourself to anchor in and to recalibrate and feel safe and secure within your own energy. It's a living thing that you can do for yourself. Also with nutrition and with fasting, intermittent fasting, not having to eat perhaps as often as you usually would, or as large a portion. We actually don't need to eat as much as we think we do. And when the body has less work to do in that way, we create space and energy for more intuitive downloads to come in, for more creativity, for a lightness in our being that we can direct the focus of our attention in other ways, which is fantastic. And also the soul practices, for apart from the mind body, in looking at limitation, in looking at the beliefs that may be there to release, to purge, to break through, caring for the body, in getting sufficient rest, in not allowing yourself to be overwhelmed by circumstances and things going on out there, but to genuinely be more loving of yourself, and to ramp up the soul practices of meditation, energy practices, breath work. You're very welcome to step into a call with me on how we may work together, because I'm qualified in breath work and Qigong meditation, and then I'm a Reiki master teacher as well. So that's the whole mind, body, soul package there, which is, the ultimate self-care, and how you care for you in mind, body, and soul helps you create more of what you desire in your reality and to make manifest better for you. So leading into concluding this video, I'm guided to talk about telling yourself a different story. As in, if you feel things have been stagnant, that you're trying to push something along, that something is not working, that you have your defenses up, that you're wondering what's wrong, that you're maybe potentially feeling unsafe, feeling an element of danger rise up in your body, to know that this is something that's being purged from you. These cycles and karmic cycles are being released and purged from you, approaching this full moon in Virgo. It's very bodily, and releasing that from your body. So do allow yourself to have those emotional reactions that you may require. If you need to cry, if you're feeling frustrated, to journal, to allow to witness and observe yourself and give love to what that may be, while also at the same time calling in and claiming, anchoring in your knowing of your divinity, and that better is available to you, to expect the very best. This cycle that we're now in is a cycle closing out that began. It's taking us back to this energy, this March is taking us back to March of 2017, also 2020, but from beginning in 2017. If you reflect on where you were in March 2017 and what was happening, how your energy was, what circumstances you were coming up against or experiencing in your reality, how you reacted and responded, was it a sense of you feeling that you settled somehow, that you accepted less than what you deserve, that you played small and didn't go bigger, that you were in a relationship that was not really honoring you, or you weren't honoring yourself in that relationship? Or was it that you were doing more and that ultimately wasn't making you happy? Or perhaps there are certain activities that you were doing that gave you satisfaction then that don't really bring you the same fulfillment or enjoyment now. And you're finding that you're breaking away from those things, and you have different interests, and it's a new you. So you're exploring what you enjoy in a new way now. That's different, and that's all perfectly okay. But to observe what changes have come in, and how I sense and feel from whoever is listening to this, you're claiming that you're worthy of so much better. You're saying, I deserve more. And I am not only hoping for that, I'm not waiting for it, I'm claiming it right here, right now. I'm flooding my body with the sensation of that. And I'm expecting it. I'm expecting the very best. This is the season of my life where I'm opening myself up to my next level. my next level joy and happiness and love and harmony and money and wealth and success and everything. I'm ready to embrace a new me at a new level. And not only to feel it, not only to expect it, but to live it, to be living that reality in your day today. So, what would that look like for you? And how would that feel? And how would you be? And what would you be doing? All of these things really excite me in the game of imagination. So I will let you get to work on that right after I shuffle and pick some cards for you. I do recommend before going to sleep in the evening that you play that game of imagination and visualization on who the new you is, how they show up, how they feel in their energy, what choices they're making, what choices they're no longer making, because that is not in alignment with the new badass queen goddess version of you, and how it feels, and what you would be celebrating and how you would get excited and where you would go and who you would share things with, what experiences you would have, how you would give even more, how you would create even more impact, how you would give back to people who supported you along the way, how you identify and recognize that and feel so much gratitude, how you can, even if you feel you may have been alone on your journey, which we never truly are, how you give gratitude to yourself for getting to right where you are right here, right now, and how that is absolutely amazing. Because it is. I'm going to pick an angel card for you. And get surrendered. This is also out in another deck that I have behind me. But surrender, this is the surrender, giving over to God, let go and let God. This is a huge message for the full moon in whatever is no longer working, is falling away, and to allow it, to let it with grace, with compassion, to know that this eclipse season is propelling you forward in new ways that you may not like and may not feel comfortable in your body, yet is taking you to a higher version of you, connecting you more with your higher self, with your dharma, with your soul purpose, and with who ultimately you have decided and claimed you want to be. So it is all actually your own creation, and it's all perfect. And if you can be in the energy of that, that keeps you anchored in your knowing, that keeps you feeling secure in a secure attachment style. As things recalibrate on the outside, in anchoring in that knowing within you, that is your superpower. That is your heaven on earth within you, in the I am. I know I am. I know I'm worthy and deserving. I know that my best level yet is coming right into me. I'm drawing it in because I am in that energy in my body. So what you resist in life persists. Ask your angels to help you dissolve all the resistances of your ego, the inner conflict and struggle, the rigid mindsets and habits. This is where we're in conflicts within and not harmonizing. And I'd like to come back to, say, 2017, 2020. I was in very rigid habits myself in terms of my eating and my nutrition and my exercise regimens, and how my perception of self-care was very strictly disciplined, and how since then it has become a lot looser, but it's a lot more loving and it feels more authentically me. It's not, I mean, of course, I go running and I dance and I do things I enjoy, but I'm not hard on myself the way I used to be. And it's more a choice and it's a discipline in eating mostly fruit and vegetables every day. That's what my diet has transitioned to in recent years, and through my spiritual awakening and journey and what I was guided and prompted to. And the body will repel certain things when you're on that path, on that journey. It just naturally happens. You just find yourself no longer interested in things you once enjoyed. You consciously make the choice, and it just becomes your new you, your new habit that you're constantly picking up apples and you're no longer interested in cookies, whatever it is. And you're happy to do that because you see it as a disciplined devotion to your self-love and your self-care. But you're in harmony and peace in your thoughts and in your emotions, in that decision making and in that lifestyle, rather than berating yourself or having the inner critic come in and not be an enjoyment of it, that you're actually enjoying your healthy choices. So it's all about the harmony and not being in an inner conflict within you. So allow yourself to surrender so that you can be flooded with higher truth and joy. When you surrender to the guidance of your higher self, all the energy you have been using in resistance becomes available to you. Vitality, inner peace, harmony, and most of all, love are your spiritual rewards. And you're about to be rewarded big time. So flow with the pace of life, relax and tune in, then follow the guidance of your intuition, which was the moon card, coming up to this full moon, knowing that the angels will support you at all times. And the affirmation is, I surrender to the flow of life. This is a big need to bypass any systems of control that you may have in place that come from programming, that come from when we're wanting to take action on something, to ask yourself, what happens if you don't do that? And what's coming up in your body and what thoughts are coming up in you if you don't take that action? So what's going to happen? And is it really a worst case scenario? Or could it be best case scenario? Can you tell yourself a different story? What if something amazing would happen if you don't control that action or expect that outcome? What if something better is unfolding for you? What if you simply relax in your body? You allow better to come right to you. Part of security and how you anchor. I've seen someone else speak about this, how we are cyclical beings in harmony with, when we are in harmony with nature, we're meant to be following the seasons and cycles of life, and that we have spent a lot of time in caves and in solitude and in darkness and isolation, reconnecting with light and emerging in the springtime. That this time is coming, we may still feel that we're in the cave, that we're still recuperating, we're still recharging, we're still finding our answers within. We're preparing. And spring equinox is coming up on the 21st, that's only next week. And that is kickstarting the real new year. However, it is right between the two eclipses, between the lunar eclipse this Friday and the solar eclipse on Saturday, 29th of March. So it's an interesting time that is between the eclipses. So it may well be that you feel the real New Year's begins at the end of the month, which means that you're still in a time of processing and receiving information. It's very heavily Piscean energy. Neptune is in Pisces as well. It's very allowing yourself to receive. Just simply allowing, getting out of your own way by not pushing outcomes, but allowing. And being in that healthy attachment style to know that the best is coming to you. This is the gateway. We are in the gateway. The unicorn there. You are a magical unicorn. And I pick a card from this other deck here as well. Okay. Let me know if this is resonating for you. Please like, share, comment, share something. I'd love to hear from you. What's coming up for you during this portal, this eclipse time right now. Here to support you remaining grounded and anchored, feeling nurtured, cared for, to fill yourself up with that within and to be extra loving of yourself at this time. Okay. Okay, 4 cards come out here, right? Oh, no, it's actually 6. So we've got ladies, the double mission. So if you've connected here, you may feel that you are a light worker on a double mission to channel information, so that Piscean information coming through, to allow yourself to receive and to share, to express, as you are the creator. Through your speaking, through your writing, through your art, through your dancing, you can dance light codes into the planet through moving your hands, moving your body, allowing that transmission to come through for Mother Earth to raise the vibration of the planet. And to, apart from channeling, raise the vibration of the planet. And that can be through uplifting, supporting, and it also can be, as Pam Gregory says, being a ladder for someone in helping someone else up. If you find that there's somebody who is going through something that you have already been through, that you have wisdom and magic to offer, not to be in the energy of fixing and a kind of a codependency exchange, but from a place of wholeness and abundance in offering support and surrendering outcomes, detaching, allowing what unfolds, allowing you to see everybody from an energy of wholeness. Not that anybody needs anything, but you recognize the wholeness in everyone. That's absolutely beautiful. So allow yourself to be a beautiful channel and to express. The more you express yourself, the more you allow the authentic version of you to come out, the more you raise the vibration of the planet, the more you feel that you're the version of yourself that you love, admire, cherish, adore the most, because you're just being authentically you as an expression. The more liberated you feel, like from the throat chakra, from the heart, the more expansive you feel, and the more abundant you feel, because the more you're you, the more you are rewarded. It's an absolute treat from the universe. Next card is Age of Light. You have been preparing for this for lifetimes. So if you identify as being a light worker, a starseed, or someone who is here on a mission, thank you for doing this work to raise the vibration of the planet, which is so important at this time, and approaching the solar eclipse specifically at the end of the month. This light is needed. It is so important that you remain anchored and grounded in your own magnificence and continue to create your heaven within you, that you are the rainbow bridge through the portal of your heart, anchor in gratitude. All is well. You are abundant, you are receiving in every now moment, and you are needed at this time. Thank you. And the next one is Inner Temple, to connect to the portal of your heart, which I was just saying, to allow yourself to expand from there, to activate those desires in your heart, to also send loving healing to the planet through your heart. If you sit in meditation and connect to that intention of connecting to your heart and considering anyone who may be suffering, in danger, in fear, in poverty, in lack, in struggles, difficulties, inviting you to do that with me right here, right now, in your heart space, to visualize and imagine and extend energy from your heart that you're sending loving healing to anyone across the planet, the elderly, the young, men, women, children, animals, sentient beings, all energies across the planet. And you're expanding energy from your heart and also even from your hands, and sending love to all and to everything. And feeling gratitude amplify in your heart, the gratitude for your power and ability to do that from right where you are in every now moment, and how it creates a beautiful, magical ripple effect in raising vibrations, in uplifting humanity, in supporting Mother Earth and Gaia at this time, as she too, as a living energy and consciousness, is ascending in consciousness. And we are feeling this shift within us too, because we are part of nature and we are all connected. Thank you. I'd like to invite you to come back to that practice whenever it feels right for you, that you just send that love out into the planet like the Care Bear that you are. You liked Care Bears when you were a kid. Yeah. Next card is Step Up and Lead. How can you step up? How can you go bigger? How can you embrace exposure and visibility? Now, I had someone talk to me, a few clients actually say, I know I'm here to share my voice. I know I'm here to be a speaker, but I don't really want to put myself out there. And I've said, well, you can start a YouTube channel and not show your face. You can show other images and just use audio. You can start a podcast. You can go to places and do mini events with people that you know that you feel comfortable with and just start. It's just taking one step and letting the way unfold. This is the leap action of just start, just do one thing and let the way unfold. And you see from the feedback mechanism, the feedback system, or how you feel, what it inspires, what you feel prompted or guided to do from there, and to allow the unfolding. Well, this is the inner leadership in how you guide yourself within. It also relates to how you reparent yourself as the new you, and you give yourself all that you require in being your own inner cheerleader, your own inner nurturer, and how you nourish yourself and how you speak to yourself with loving, kind, supportive, go-getter thoughts. That it's more loving and harmonious of you, and you use that energy to step into greater leadership in your reality, in the choices that you make and the actions that you take. That's beautiful, very Egyptian energy there in following your inner god goddess. And next card is to say yes. And this is getting into an alignment. When you know that you are a being of light, you're a multi-dimensional being of light, and you connect to the portal of your heart, then you feel your value, your magnificence, and how worthy you are of everything that you require and desire. You feel like a powerhouse within you. Then you can absolutely say yes to your desires, and you know they're already done. Like God says yes to your desires, and you can say yes to your next level. You. How exciting that may feel, how it might ignite something in your belly. It's happening for me right here, right now. And to know that you are not alone in this process, the Council of Light are with you. It's divine orchestration. Things may not be unfolding on your timing, but they are unfolding in perfect timing. In divine timing, you always have exactly what you need when you need it. What is in your reality is what you have to manipulate, as in manipulating energy. As Dolores Cannon has said, we are here to learn how to manipulate energy. And this is not to manipulate people or manipulate circumstances, but to make use of the resources that we have to best apply them for our own benefit, for the benefit of everything, for humanity. But in knowing that we're not alone and we have the support of our angels and spirit team with us, and we can call on their support and assistance at all time. When we are on the frequency, when we're on that yes frequency, that's when we start to see our manifestation come into being in our reality. At this time during eclipse season, it is more a time of surrender and allowing things that are not aligning to fall away, allowing yourself to break away from old habits related to mind, body, soul, thoughts, behaviors, tendencies that are no longer serving you, to fall away, so that the new you can emerge, still emerging from the cocoon and not quite in the manifestation mode, even though we're always manifesting in every now moment and being in creative mode. This is more a time of purging, of surrender, and allowing yourself to be guided, because the current is taking you to where you want to go. And it's up to you if you want to be in an internal conflict and in resistance with that, or if you want to be in knowing of everything is unfolding perfectly for you right here, right now. And how it may feel in your body. You feel that in, if you say that affirmation with me, everything is unfolding in my highest favor, for my highest good and joy right here, right now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You may note how you feel a potential shift from the beginning of this video when I mentioned the EFAP practice of tuning into your body and how do you feel. If you feel another energy coming over your body, feeling calm, feeling soothed, something feels like it's been released from you, do let me know in the comments if you notice any kind of potential shift there from listening to this. And I'd like to say thank you very much for being here. Take really good care for you as we approach this. Take care of you as we approach this full moon in Virgo, as you being in harmony within is absolutely everything, and that's what I'm here for. Lots of love. Thank you very much.